What's up, everybody? I don't know if this is actually even working right now. Hopefully it is. Yeah, I guess it's streaming right now. This is a weird thing. I've never been on YouTube live before, and honestly, I really don't know if I'm even streaming right now. It says that we're live, so we're just gonna run with it. What up, John Healy? What's going on, brother? Forgive me for okay, now it goes. Okay, so real quick before I get into it, this is the most odd thing for me because I stream on Periscope all the time and then Facebook Live, obviously. But when I started the stream up right now, what up, Louise? When I started the stream right now, it wasn't popping up on the YouTube screen. What up, Zen Nation? What's going on? This is awesome. I think I'm gonna start doing this more often. If I don't get to post a video every day. Naomi, what up? Red, what's going on? Well done. Está muy bien. I think I'm in love with you. Thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate that. What up, Jared? What's going on? This is crazy. This is a landmark, right? The first YouTube live stream I've done, I guess. I was gonna wear some glasses. What up? Forgive me. I don't know if I pronounced your name. What up, Jared Myers? Ali, Emma. Can everyone hear me good? Is my audio okay? What up, Marco? I was gonna wear these for the stream. I was gonna get into it, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna chill out. I just want to make sure my audio is cool. How's live? Zen, it's cool, man. It's good. It's good stuff. Marco, I'm in California, so shout out to you. What up from California? I was gonna have a specific topic, but what up? What up, Anna? I might go to the Philippines at the end of January. We'll see what's up. What up, Kevin? Okay, good. Okay. This is what I want to talk about. We can do a Q&A. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, but I kind of want to talk about the same stuff I normally talk about on Periscope. On Periscope, I talk about relationships a lot, and not because I'm trying to give advice. What up, Janelle? Hey, good stuff. I kind of want to talk about relationships because that's something we could all relate to. I'd like to go to Chicago. My buddy's moving back there. He went to Loyola. I wish I could go to Australia. Australia sounds like it'd be sick as fuck. Chino, California Symphony. Hey, good shit, man. I'm in the Central Valley. This is what I talked about last time on Periscope. On Periscope, we were talking about how to approach someone. If you go to the Philippines, bring more set back. I should, right? I should, except for she don't know I exist. She has no idea. I want to talk. Do you guys want to talk about how to approach someone in person? That's what we were having a conversation. Because I feel like everyone has different techniques. Is Devin your real name? Devon is my real name. Devin, Devin. Everyone says something different, to be honest. Thoughts on Camila leaving Fifth Harmony? My thoughts on Camila leaving Fifth Harmony is I think that she is going to be. I think it was better that she left. I think it's a lot better. I think it's good for her. Let's talk about your passion for music and how music. Okay, as soon as I answer the Camila question, we'll talk about music and my background in it real quick, so you guys get a little in depth. I won't make it boring though. You and Camila would be the ultimate relationship. I'm she's ridiculously gorgeous. She's ridiculously gorgeous. I think Camila leaving Fifth Harmony is good for her. I think it's good for all of them. I think it's the inevitable. I think that they are all gonna leave eventually anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think that. I mean, that's the end goal, right? They have a group, and ideally, they're not going to leave and split apart on negative terms. Everything would go smoothly, and they all go their own separate ways. But it's kind of inevitable. It just, for whatever reason, I don't know all the details of it. I guess there's, a little bit of friction, a little bit of conflict, but it's good for all of them. In the long run, it's good for all of them. Hey, buddy, just to let you know, I'm a big fan of you. Hey, man, I appreciate that, Alex. Seriously, man. Guys, I apologize for talking so much in my thank you, Zen. I apologize for talking so much in my reaction videos. If you guys haven't seen that other video where at the beginning I give a little bit of a reasoning for it, it's because I don't. So this is the thing. I get paid from YouTube. It's not my full-time job yet, but I do get paid from YouTube. So I don't want to make money off of people's videos and their music without saying anything. So most reaction channels just sit there and stare at the camera, which is fine. No shade, but I don't want to make money off of that for not saying anything, so I want to be able to give my input, and I have knowledge and experience in music, so who's going to be more successful since they both have the same level of publicity? Camila's going to be more successful than Fifth Harmony, but then once they all split up, they're all going to have their own success for sure. But I think Camila's going to be bigger than everybody. And it's not me being biased because I'm not like the biggest Fifth Harmony fan, but I am a fan of them. I think they're super, super powerful, and they're really good for like for young girls to see like that kind of like, you know what I mean? It's good for girls to have like icons like that. And I just think Camila is has her own little X factor. Not to say that the other ones don't, but Camila's a little bit different. So let's see what other. I have a question for you. You seem to know so much about the dynamic technical. Have you gotten background music? Yes. So I've been playing music since I was 10 years old. I've been writing music, playing music. I've written plays. I've written like screenplays, theater plays, like all kinds of different music. I've scored like short films for myself. I have a lot of experience in music. Actually, before I started doing YouTube, I have a lot of Instagram followers. I have like 60-something thousand Instagram followers, and I got a lot of those through music. And they were like scratch tracks and beats and different things that I've done. I have like loads of music. I actually have an album I'm working on. It's just not completely done yet because I'm not rushing it. But I have music that will be coming in 2017. I'm worried about Camila, to be honest. She isn't exactly relevant enough yet. I don't want her to. So guys, this is one thing you got to remember. Your favorite artists, especially if you are like if your favorite artists are also like young right now, don't worry about radio play and all that stuff. That's going to change very soon here. Like the internet's going to make everything crazy. Like I wouldn't be too worried about anybody yet. Like the internet is going to be like crazy. So glad I subscribed to your channel. I think you're great and honest with your reaction to the video. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that for real. The album's going to be crazy. Sorry, I got to see what someone tweeted me right now. Yeah. I was gonna get on Periscope and do this at the same time, stream on Periscope off my tablet, and I said forget it. I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, that's kind of like my viewpoint on it. I think that people going off on their own and doing their own thing is good for them eventually anyway. You know what I mean? As an artist, you kind of gotta put yourself out there and like get ready to expand. Like if you are part of a group, nobody in that group intends on being in the group the whole time, and that's not like a negative or conniving like thought process. That's just the assumption of, hey, eventually we're all going to have our own way. You know, people are going to have their own viewpoints, and people are going to want to express themselves creatively differently, and that's like completely okay. People should be all right with that. You know what I mean? What sucks is the human part where people naturally there's always conflict because someone might be unhappy about this or unhappy about that, or stuff that has nothing to do with music might be getting in the way of a clean cut. You know what I mean? But I guess that's just life, right? You got to go through that stuff. You have to. I found your videos randomly. I'm so. Thank you, Liliana. I appreciate that. Just like Beyonce. Exactly. Just like Beyonce. Imagine if Beyonce didn't. Imagine if Destiny's Child would have been Destiny's Child forever. That would have been great. We all love Destiny's Child, but Beyonce need to go on her own. All of them. They all need to do their own thing. You know what I mean? I can sing, but not amazing. I just need some more of that smoky rasp from Lauren. Lauren's a beast. She's a beast. I really like her tone of voice. I sang in a band before. It was cool for a moment, but I wanted to do my own thing. I understand why I did. Yeah, One Direction too. Yeah, exactly. And this has a lot to do with it too. Like, not entirely, but this is one part of it you got to think about a little bit, is when you start making money, it gets to the point to where you don't got to do it for money anymore. Like, you've got enough money to where, like, all right, I can go off and do my own thing and not have to worry about if it blows up or not. Because it's going to get to that point too. Like, in music, this always ends up happening. You have two types of artists, right? You have one, a lot of time you think people fall off, but it's not that they fall off. It's that they were doing this music thing for free before, right? So like, you have artists who were making music for basically nothing, no fame, no nothing, just because they love making music. Well, they put in time to make some money, and it gets to that point to where they're like, am I going to keep making music for money that I'm happy with, but it's only contentment, it's not like I'm super satisfied with? Or am I going to say, I'll take a pay cut potentially and make music I really love because I have enough money for the rest of my life? You know what I mean? It kind of gets to that too. I just want to hear you sing. If you guys want to hear me sing, you guys can go to my Instagram. I have videos of me singing on there. I can't sing right now. My voice is too raspy. But rumors say that Camila left because she didn't want to share with other people. Maybe that happened. I don't know. I'm okay with people wanting to do their own thing. You know what I mean? Sing for. It was kind of shade how Camila didn't tell the other girl she was going to release solo music. You know? Yeah. It's hard for me because I don't know the whole like their personal relationships with each other. You know what I mean? I'll sing one day. I can't sing right now. My voice is too raspy. I have like a bunch of congestion, sinuses, and everything. One day I will. I swear. We love you, Rasa. Hey, for real. Thank you. I appreciate that. She's the best of the group. Yeah, she So if we look at it like subjectively, like we all are gonna have different opinions. Some people might like Dinah or Lauren better or whatever. Like I don't have a preference on who I like better. Like what I see is that Camila's very different, and not just different from the group. She's different from anyone in this like realm, but she still fits. If that makes any sense. Like it's not that she's better than those other people, but she has something that is different than like a lot of other people, and she could run with that. And I think that that's what she's starting to recognize. I also think a lot of people have been telling her that. She's becoming more conscious of it. Where's your review? I need to do more Regine reviews for real. She's the best. Management. I know everyone will ask for you to say. What do you think of the whole situation was handled from both sides for the harmony and community? I'll answer that one next. I love everybody. Thank you, Sharon. Like, yay. Symphony is I relate to that a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read all these comments. I apologize. The raspiness of her voice. And she's like, thank you, Emma. What do you think of her departure was announced? All right, so basically the same question right there. This just turned to Fifth Harmony. This could be a chat about anything. We can go on. We'll go all night about everything. So, what I think about the way it was handled is I think that was a group of friends who at one point probably got so close to where at the beginning maybe they were all like siblings, and then it just started people butting heads, just like any other group of people that would, if you throw them in like a situation with each other all the time, working with each other, constantly networking with each other, and all this different stuff, I think there's going to be conflict no matter what, you know what I mean? So the way that it kind of like transpired, I don't know. I personally, I think there has to be that level of conflict. It sounds like bad, but I think there has to be conflict in situations like that because it's going to help you grow, and it wouldn't be good if there was just a clean cut, as bad as that sounds. You replied to myself, hey, yeah. Like, what do you think of Normani? You don't talk about her much. She's a good dance performer. I think Normani, to me, is the most attractive one out of the group, and she's like, she could sing really good. They could all sing great. I think Normani's hella hot. Sing for us. I think her management. So this is the thing. My interest beside music and working out in the gym, I like building things on social media. I like building traffic and learning the different algorithms of all these different platforms like Amazon, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Now it's getting a little bit more sophisticated. I like paying attention to Snapchat, where that's going in regards to their ad space and everything like that. That kind of stuff interests me. Basically, the new platforms that are going to be the new Hollywood pretty soon, because Hollywood, everyone thinks about TV and movies, but really it's the internet now. So the internet is like, I'm obsessed with it. Outside of music in the gym, but I do a lot of different things outside of music. I like writing plays. I like stand-up comedy. I haven't done that in a few years though, but a lot of different things. Guys, can you just contract was that issue? I think that another thing too is like, I don't know who she's signed to or if she's signed anymore, if her contract's up. Like, I think a lot of people are kind of gonna go and not be signed anymore. A lot of people are gonna understand that there's almost no need for a record label anymore. How long have you been working out for? I've been working out since I was 16. So 11 years. Oh, right before I turned 17, I started working out. So 10 years. 10 years pretty consistently. What's next for your channel? Are you keeping the reaction vlog form? So next for my channel is, I can't sing right now. My voice will be too raspy. Let's hear a joke from you. I'll tell a joke in a little bit, I swear. Next for my channel is like literally anything. I don't want to have separate channels, like have a vlog channel and a reaction channel and a film channel. I'm writing a series that involves me. I'm just trying to like gather the information, you know what I mean, or basically like gather like a storyline. I want to do that. I want to do more vlogs. I want to take like I'm planning some viral videos of some crazy stunts, kind of like the way Casey did with his Christmas video. I'm planning some stuff like that. I'm just trying to gather enough people and get the resources together. I have some really over the top ideas. Basically, I just want to have a crazy channel for everything. And then Regime, I'm planning a separate channel that is not really mine, where I once I get enough of a following and an audience on YouTube, I want to help other people that want to be YouTubers or want to, have a show or whatever. I want to showcase them on that channel and like build traffic for them so they could take it to their own personal ones, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Almost like a partner program for them, but not like the fake partner programs we have right now. Let's see, what else? Lauren is the most attractive. Lauren, they're all really attractive, to be honest. Very attractive. Camila's hella hot. I think Camila's very hot also. I can't sing right now, I swear. He followed me back on IG. I was so surprised. Thank you, by the way. He does have videos of him singing. Hey, thank you. Alright, so real quick, Regine. I agree, Lauren is pretty sexy. I'm not going to lie. They all are, though. I go back and forth. I could say Normandy's the hottest one, then I could say Camila's the hottest one. A lot of them, they're all very attractive. I'll answer that one next, Jared. What was I talking? Let's do the viral. Hey. What was the next question I was going to ask? I'm a fan. Can you please, if you follow me on IG, guys, right now, if you follow me on Instagram, I will follow you guys back. Like, I'll follow everybody back if you guys follow me on Instagram. It's hard for me to go search for people because I get like a lot of notifications and crap, and like I had to turn. I have separate tablets like for everything. Like, check this out. Like, I have this right here. This is one. Here's a second one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Like, I have so much crap because of like social media is like the I never want to turn my notifications off, so I have different things for different platforms, so I can keep up. Because if I put them all on one thing, the notifications will literally kill just the battery of it because it'll die. Like, it'll be going off all day. Oh, Regime. Okay, so check this out. Regime is my brand, I guess you would say. It's like a new school kind of thing, the way that, I'm not going to get too bored into it. I'll talk about Selena Gomez next. Thank you, Mark. I'll follow you back, man. Regime is, it's a brand, it's a family. To me, it's like my group, my team, the people I relate with, like on the internet, the people that are like with me. And at first, it was like a group of artists, like me and my friend Quentin Rashad, the people that I do like music with and all this different stuff, kind of collectively to be like a force on the internet. And then what I turned it into was mainly just like, I don't want to call it a brand, but I guess it's just like the name that I relate everything to. So it's like anything that I do with business is under Regime. Like all my family, I consider them like Regime. Like my brand, as far as clothing and everything, it's like Regime. It's basically like a platform for like anything. And what I want to do is I want to build up Regime so much to where if people need help, if they want to do this for a career, if they want to be like the best like jump roper in the world, if they want to be the best poet, I want to be able to build Regime up and have such a audience, a big audience for them, and have enough influence with Regime to where I can like give some of that audience and that influence and that attention to other people who want to do the same things just out of sheer association. So Regime is like, for me, is kind of like a non-profit way to build like something really valuable, that's attention on the internet, without having to like ask people for money. You know what I mean? That sounds like a really big rant, but there's more to it. I'll go in about that normally on another day, guys. Good question, Isaiah. Now that I know that, yeah, there's a lot to it. Basically, it's just the family. It's the business. It's the family. Regime is what it is. It's Regime. You know what I mean? Callie was my crush when I was 12. What was the other one about divas? Like my favorite divas or whatever? What divas do you like past? Oh man, that's a good question. I think the obvious ones would be someone like Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, obviously. You go back in the day, there's so many. Even before like diva per se, like artists like Ella Fitzgerald. You know what I mean? There's so much music like that I could just go crazy for. Beyonce, who doesn't? I think Beyonce is very overlooked, even though she's crazy powerful. I think Beyonce is very overlooked still in regards to like how much she's impacted music. You believe most people would make it huge in pop if they had a hunger, like Lady Gaga, for example, I had in the beginning. That's a very, very good question. I think Lady Gaga definitely like was hungry because she was grinding for a while before she hit something. But I think the music industry is different now, and I think pop is different now. Pop, there was a shift in the last 30 years, and I think pop now is very different than it was in like even in like 2012. Pop now, to me, and it's going to be more apparent in the next few years, is like internet pop. Like Chance the Rapper is an example of what pop will mean. Like When you could take something that has like no concrete value, like music has universal value because of the emotions related to it and everything like that, but it has no concrete value like money, you know what I mean, anymore, because no one sells music really. Pop is going to be like who can gain attention on the internet, and I think that if people, you got to be hungry with anything, right? Anything takes work, but I think that if people put a little bit more emphasis on understanding that don't put the monetary value on your music, put like emotional value into it, and that will spread like wildfire on the internet, I think other monetary money opportunities will come from it. You need a lot of people to like your music, and you need a lot of people to hear your music, okay? You don't necessarily need to sell a bunch of it. The other opportunities will come if you have attention, right? So money does not convert, music does not convert to money anymore. Music converts to attention and emotions, nostalgia, and all this different stuff, right? If you can really convert it into that kind of stuff, the money will come because you're not going to be selling it no more. So to be successful in pop now, you have to gain a lot of attention on the internet. And I think that you have to not necessarily like be hungry, but you got to be consistent because that's the way the internet works now. I like TV competitions, but I wish there was more internet-based stuff like on Hulu and things like that. Like I wish Netflix had their own, Hulu had their own, Amazon. I wish they all had their own versions of like The Voice and things like that. I'm sure YouTube Red will have one pretty soon, which will be awesome. That's just a prediction. My thoughts on Selena Gomez. Okay, I think Selena Gomez her brand is ridiculously powerful. I think Selena Gomez makes a lot of really good decisions. On top of that, she's very attractive. She's talented, obviously. Her singing gets better like as time goes on. She doesn't sing bad, but you could tell it gets better as she's going. I think Selena makes a lot of really good choices too. She has a lot of very good producers that work with her as well. I think Selena is could be potentially a step away from being bigger than Taylor Swift. Not that it's a competition, but I think Selena, if she places herself right, she could be a lot bigger with the internet. Mariah Carey's a beast. She was one of my crushes when I was a kid. Would you rather know when you're gonna die or how you die? Man, this is the weirdest thing. I think about death every day, and not a scary way. I think about, but in the sense that I need to be conscious of being thankful and things like that. You know what I mean? So I'd rather know how I die, not necessarily when, but how. I just realized that when you mentioned Divas, I thought we were talking about WWE. Hey, that show was entertaining on the E Network or whatever. Shout out to Chance the Rapper. Chance is a beast. My favorite song right now by Chance is either Blessings 2 or the live version he did on SNL, Blessings Reprise. Came up by Iamsymphony. It was actually a nickname one of my friends gave me in high school. There's a longer story too, and I've had dreams and stuff like that about symphonies. There's a few different things that kind of summed it all up that relate to it, but it's that's who I am. I feel like. Sorry guys, I'm looking for a water bottle right here. Sorry. Thoughts on Taylor Swift? I think Taylor Swift is probably the most influential person in pop in regards to her specific demographic. So she has a very broad range. Everyone likes Taylor Swift, right? You can be 60, you can be 10, you're gonna like Taylor Swift. But from the people that are her main people 15 to 30, I don't think there's anyone more influential than Taylor Swift. She's very good too. She's a great songwriter. She gets overlooked by people that are outside of that genre because they don't give her enough credit. She's a great songwriter. This is true, Julia. I like when CeeLo's on there. I like Alicia Keys on there though. I think Miley's good for the show too. Christina's a powerhouse. She's a beast. So I miss her on there too. I think they should have more than 4 coaches. I think that would be cool. Have a voice on steroids. Pop nowadays is very versatile, pretty much all genres, elements. I agree, MJ. This is very true. Pop music is very broad now compared to what it was. We have a lot more genres now than we did, even 15 years ago. What do you see in the future for Camila's solo career, Fifth Harmony's One Direction? I think in 2017, Camila is going to be right under Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande. I think 2018, she's going to be pretty much the biggest female pop star in regards to Demi and Ariana and Selena and Taylor. So they're not going nowhere. They're still going to be who they are. They're still going to be up here. But I think Camila is going to be able to have a little bit more pull, and I think the internet is going to have a lot to do with it. Camila's. I'm not just saying that to say it that. It's the truth. It really is the truth. I thought that since she was on the X Factor. She's very talented. She has like the look. Her voice sounds a lot different. She's very good. I see Lauren getting better looking. Lauren's already very attractive. If she gets better looking, that's just good for all of us. Let's do this regularly. I'm gonna do this regularly, honestly, because I want to start like uploading. Like I'm gonna upload crap loads of videos and everything like that, but I'm gonna live stream almost every day. I am, CC1. What is that? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Your last name's Oliveira. Forgive me. I feel like Christina's an underrated artist nowadays. She's still you, and she had the right manners. Maybe I think Christina too. I think I agree, Jared, but I also think that maybe she got a little bit older, and she like. I know that she has a family, right? Or am I wrong? I feel like Camila has so much potential. Her voice is very unique. I agree, Julia, 100%. Can't wait for CC. Is that the name of her album, Naomi, or what is CC one? See, I'm not like up to date with a lot of things. I have so much information in my head throughout the day that I'm like, would you rather get $50,000 now or get 50-52, get $1 million? I'd rather get 50-50 to get $1 million. Actually, no. Give me $50,000 right now. I can do a lot with that. I can honestly do a lot with it. Do you think Fourth Harmony will continue having hits as a quarter because the 4 members are still very? I think Fifth Harmony will still have hits. I think that they're still going to have momentum. You know what I mean? Because they're known as a group. They weren't famous only for Camila. You know what I mean? They're famous for everybody in the group. I think their momentum is still going to keep rising. You know what I mean? So good. Thank you, Mo. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you very much. Out of all the singers you react to, who are your top 3 favorites? Out of all the singers I react to, or just out of all the singers in general? Top 3. My top 3 is different. Like, so you got to be more specific with that, because I can give you very detailed answers. Like top 3, my favorite all time, my favorite who do I listen to the most, or favorite like that I've reacted to, because I can answer all 3 of those if you'd like me to. Who is the most artist you liked from the Philippines? I think KZ is probably my, and I'm not saying she's better than everybody else. I'm saying me personally, like if I'm like listening to music, I think KZ is probably my favorite to listen to. As far as talent, I don't think we can compare them because like they have different experience levels. Like Regine, comparing her to like Morissette, like you can't do it. They're all so different because they're all very good. You know what I mean? But my favorite, I think, is KZ. I think, if I have to pick one, will be the new album. I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were saying, Oliveira. I apologize. The hardcore fandom is calling it. Oh, okay, I see. CC, it's gonna be a good album, Noemi. I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, that's true. She has a family. I just love. No, I think Christina's a beast. She's one of the greatest of all time. You react to? My favorite that I reacted to was probably Yumi singing Wrecking Ball. I think that's been my favorite. Either that or KZ. It's a tie between Yumi singing Wrecking Ball and KZ singing Heartless. Was that the one where she uses the vocoder at the beginning of auto-tune? Yeah, those two. Those are probably 2 of my favorites. Even though those seem like random ones to pick, right? Yeah, that's true. Her family, I just love her. I wanted to come back. Mariah's still a beast. I watched her carpool karaoke episode actually recently. It was really entertaining. I would love to work with Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri is a beast. There's a lot of producers and musicians I'd love to work with. It's a hard question. Very true. Actually, most people like Fifth Harmony were there for Camila. All the Fifth Harmony members lost Twitter followers. That's crazy. Actually, that they lost followers and stuff like that. Yeah, Camila is like pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie. Which, to be honest, is very sad. Yeah, this is true. I agree. Off to work. Bye. See you later, Naomi. Actually, the band account gained 200K followers, and they put the first name in. It seems Pinoy loves you. I shout out to the Philippines for real. Like, there's a lot of like my YouTube subscribers from the Philippines, so I appreciate that. Shout out to you guys. Thoughts on Shawn Mendes? I think Shawn Mendes, he has like I think he has an opportunity to this is what I think about Shawn Mendes. I think he's a really talented guy, very talented guy. But I think that him specifically, he has an opportunity right now where he can really, really blow up, like blow up, or he's gonna be just Shawn Mendes. And Shawn Mendes, that's awesome. That's amazing. There's nothing negative said about that. Shawn Mendes is a beast, right? He's not someone I listen to or go out of my way to listen to personally, but I have heard his music, and who hasn't heard his music, right? But I think him, the same way Camila is. Camila's a little bit different because she's like special, but like there's a lot of artists right now. Shawn Mendes is a good example where they have an opportunity right now to change the direction that they're going and be really, 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 really entirely like free. They're not going to be limited. They have the internet. They can literally do whatever they want. And I think if Shawn Mendes takes that route and just goes and has no limits or whatever, I think that he could potentially be a lot more than what he is right now. Because he's not the same as he's not the same level as like an Ed Sheeran. You know what I mean? And he could be as far as like that level of attention. That's what I think. William Singh. I will listen to that Bay Area. Hey, shout out to the 4-8. Are you talking about Bay Area, California? What do you think about The Weeknd? I've listened to The Weeknd since 2010. I'm a huge fan of Abel. I was listening to Abel and listening to snippets when he was on Tumblr. I've had a Tumblr since like 2009, 2010. A while. Whenever it first came out, that's when I was on Tumblr. I've listened to The Weeknd since then. He is a beast. His music now is cool. I like House of Balloons and that kind of stuff, the darker stuff back then more, but he's evolving. I like that. I can appreciate that. Will you do a year-end review of all the singers' videos you react to? Should I do a year-end review? I will do a year-end review. It'll take a while to edit, but I will do a year-end review if I can get that thing share the crap out of it on Twitter. You know what I mean? I will definitely do one. Actually, if you guys are asking for it. It's a good idea. Who do you like better, 5H or Little? Not comparing the groups. I just want to see your preference. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I've listened to enough of Little Mix to be able to compare them to 5H. But I haven't heard everything from Fifth Harmony either. I think that. What about Al Commander? Hey, that's so funny. That's crazy. Does the stream look like shit on here, Alex, or does it look okay? I haven't listened to enough, but if I pick one over there, I'm gonna pick Fifth Harmony over Little Mix. But I like that girl from Little Mix, the light skinned girl. She's really, really attractive. Can you listen to what they're saying? I listen to Bay Area. Tori Kelly, I think Tori Kelly's hella hot. That's my opinion on her. Good shit. All right, cool. Good stuff. My opinion on Tori Kelly, she's hella hot. Al Commander, Accordios. Do you notice trends in pop music? 2006 electronics does seem to be huge. Where do you see pop music going in 2000? In pop music now is going to be pop music it's going to be very broad, but the main hub of it, over the next 10 years, is going to be hip hop. That's going to be American music. Country music's kind of American music, but that's almost a throwback to because it stems a lot more from gospel, whereas hip hop also stems from gospel, right? But it's a lot further evolved, branched off version of it. At least it comes from the same organism, you know what I mean? But pop music is going to be more related to hip hop, R&B, ambient kind of sound and stuff, almost the way Canada sounds, Party, Drake, what's that new guy's name? The short dude, what's his name? He's also from Canada. He sings and he raps too. I'll remember later. But it's gonna be more hip hop based sounding, or R&B based ambient, kind of out there. You know what I mean? Almost it sounds weird, but druggy sounding music, The Weeknd sounds a little bit too. You know? That's what I think. That's at least that's what I see it going. It was EDM, electric inspired the last 7-8 years, but it's slowly. There's being more and more features. Everything's merging, but there's more and more features of hip hop artists, and the artists that are collabing are people you would never expect. What's your vocal range? I don't have very good vocal range. I could sing in key, but I'm not an amazing singer. I gotta practice more. Tori Kelly can make a mainstream. You know what she's missing. I don't think she has to make it mainstream. I think the internet is more powerful than making it on the radio now. Save yourself, but kill everyone else, or save everyone and sacrifice yourself. I'll save everyone and sacrifice myself. I'm okay with that. I just hope that I would get enough done before then, so I don't regret everything. Are you going to see the new Underworld movie? I'll probably go see it. A shout out to the deep questions. The Weeknd Rihanna anti-Drake is what music is going to sound like. Yeah, I agree, MJ. I agree a lot. And Chance, yeah. Chance is what Kanye, if you would have listened to Graduation when it first came out, Chance now is what you would have thought that Kanye would have sounded like. Hey, shout out to Canada. Do you think anyone can learn to sing? Yes, anyone can learn to sing, but some people are born with it, and there are some things, the way people's vocal cords are set up, to where you're not going to be able to do the same as someone else. Singing's subjective, though. Not all of us, to sing good, you don't have to do all kinds of crazy runs. It could be like you learn to sing with emotion. You know what I mean? Like, there's different types of singing that sounds very, very beautiful. Do you sleep? How many hours? Sometimes I'll get a good 7 hours, which is like perfect. 6.5, 7 hours is perfect for me, but the majority of the time I'm getting like 4. And then there are a lot of days where I don't sleep right now. But that's been as of like the last year, because a lot of stuff has been like growing for me. Like on the internet, I've been getting a lot of attention for random stuff, and I kind of learned like the game of it, you know? So that's why I haven't been sleeping. I kind of want to put as much effort into it as I can, because this is going to take care of a lot of stuff for me pretty soon here. Do you know Troy said? I do not, Julia. Do you have a girlfriend? I do not have a girlfriend. I casually date here and there girls. I think the last time I dated somebody was this year, and we like kind of like stopped seeing each other in like March-ish, February, March or something like that. People's tones are very important. I think people need to embrace their natural tone in regards to like what they sound like. You know what I mean? Without trying to sound like other people. Just accept your voice for what it is, and then once you do that, you can really like cultivate your own sound. You know what I mean? I think tone is very important in regards to when you're learning to sing, and I think after you learn to sing, before you even perfect that instrument of your voice, you need to learn to be vulnerable when you sing and be real. You know what I mean? It's like if you are singing and you are not real, then it doesn't matter how perfect you sing. For whatever reason, people won't want to listen to it. You know what I mean? You might be able to watch it on TV and be like, that sounded good, but when you don't hear someone's like, when someone sings fake and you're listening to your headphones, the only thing you have to judge off of is emotion. Like, you know what I mean? Even if it sounds perfect, technically, if there's no emotion behind it, no dynamics as far as volume, everything like that, or the subtle things that make it sound like it's a human singing and not just some performer singing it exactly on cue all the way through. When it's in your headphones, like, if there's no emotion, it's not going to sound good. And that's for any type of music. That's not even just like singing, that's rap, that's speeches, that's like any form of verbal communication, you know what I mean? How does one develop emotion? That's a hard one. Actually, I think you need to learn to be vulnerable, and you need to be comfortable with being yourself as a musician or just as a person in general. Then you can really like convey who you are through what you're doing, you know what I mean? Is it just me, or is his voice really relaxed? Shout out to you, Ma. Is that how you say your name, Ma Alves? Is that how you say it? You like MMA, right? You see Gina Carano when Tori Kelly smile. Now that you say that, they do, Gina Carano and Tori Kelly do kind of look like. Their facial expressions, their mannerisms, actually. I get really nervous at first, but when I sing the first note, everything fades away. Just like, hey, good stuff. Shout out to you if you could sing, Jared. That's sick. Top 3 songs in your iPod right now. That I'm listening to, my favorite, or the ones I'm listening to the most, top 3 right now. Because I'll give you the ones I'm listening to the most, top 3 right now. At what age you going to get married? I don't know if I'm even ever going to get married, to be honest. Let's see, someone text me right now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever even going to get married. But did you hear Zayn and Taylor Swift's collaboration? I have not heard their collaboration, but I'm going to listen to it after this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. My songs in my phone right now that I listen to the most are, let's see this. Ultra Light Beam, obviously by Kanye. Deserve by 21 Savage. And then, where's the other one? Blessings by Chance the Rapper. The other ones that are like recently played was Hype by Drake, Waves by Chance the Rapper, Western Road Flows by Drake, Child's Play by Drake, Lord Forgive, 21 Savage. The music I listen to depends on the moment too. Like, that's just like what I was listening to today, but it varies. Like, one of my favorite artists of all time is Stevie Wonder. He's always top 3 if I have to make a list of like overall. I feel like you also need the lyrics. Lyrics are very important too. Lyrics go hand in hand with emotion. I'd rather have emotion over lyrics, though. Like, if I have to pick one or the other, I feel like emotion conveys more. Because sometimes you don't need great lyrics, but if you can be very subtle. I shouldn't say you don't need great lyrics. I mean, lyrics can be very subtle, and I think the emotion plays more into it. But I do agree with you. I think you need both. The ones you're listening to, the ones in the loop. Bruno Mars or The Weeknd. I'll pick The Weeknd over Bruno Mars, but I do like Bruno Mars lately because I think he really found his rhythm, his, and I mean that figuratively. That guy's got rhythm, but I mean like he's really found his groove to where he's going in the perfect direction. I like Bruno Mars music now more than I have ever. React to Zayn and Taylor song live now. If you guys send me the links, I will react to songs. Just send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. DM me to the links that you guys all want. I will react to that later on tonight. It's Mafalda de Ma is short. Okay, I'm gonna call you Ma then. Oh, and Love from Portugal. Oh, from Portugal at 6:30, and I'm watching it. Hey, shout out to Portugal, or Bom dia. Bom dia, right? If you guys were all Portuguese, I would say, Oi gente, bom dia. Right? Is that how you say it? What advice do you have for people who want to make it big and pop in like 2020? I think use the internet to your advantage. Put all your effort and time into the internet. And this is another thing too I'm going to go into about this. Let me read these questions real quick. I'm going to answer that one about pop in 2020. I love when you play the piano in one of your live, but can you try to play it more? Yeah, I'll bring my keyboard out the next live stream and I'll play for you guys. You're so sweet, comedy, all of our questions. I appreciate that, Mark. Have you ever met any singers? I've met a lot of random singers. How many famous people have you met? A lot. But I think everyone's met a lot of like random famous people like that you don't really think of. You know what I mean? You just kind of meet them here and there. Bom dia. Portugal, they say bom dia, and in Brazil they say bom dia. I think to be like, if you want to be big and pop in 2020, you need to be like the way that the rappers like Lil Wayne, the way in 2009 that he was just putting out shit tons of music, loads of mixtapes and everything like that. I think that that's what you have to do in regards to being like a singer. I think that you got to put as much music out as you can and don't worry about the quality, because the internet's not about quality anymore. It's about being real in the moment. Like this live stream, nothing compared to my life books. My life books are like edited over the top and all kinds of crazy little things added, but this is still just as good and I get to interact with you guys. I think it's the same thing with music. That's where I see it going. Putting out as much music as they can, like a song every day, or the way Kanye used to do a song every Friday for like the albums leading up to whatever's going to be new. You know what I mean? I think to be big, you have to do that. Kind of like the way Drake puts out music consistently even in between albums. You don't know whether to call them mixtapes or albums, but it's just consistent music, you know? I think that's what you have to do to be big. Like, look at the people that are having success right now and take their blueprint and add your own spin on it with more consistency. How many instruments do you play? You know, I play a lot: guitar, drums, bass, piano. I play organ. I played like basically all the I played a lot of different instruments. I play all the conventional ones, but they're all the same. Honestly, all instruments are the same. Estou aprendendo português, but it's not very good. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say it's not very good. Like in Spanish, you say "Yo no hablo con bien." Like I don't speak it very good yet, but I'm learning. Estou aprendendo. It's 3 a.m. here in Plains. I'm glad you're live because I can't sleep. Hey, good stuff. It's 10:30 in here in California. I sent you the link for Zayn and Taylor. Good stuff, Julie. I appreciate that. Can you give us your opinion on One Direction? I don't know why I'm asking. No, this live stream, guys, is for all of you to ask questions. So. Can you give us your... Okay, so One Direction, I think that they need to all split up and do their own thing too. I think One Direction is good, but I feel like they're getting a little flat in regards to... I think they're riding off of the momentum that they've had for the last like 6 years, and I think that they need to kind of branch off and do their own things. I think it's time now for them to go do that, because they're not going to grow as artists together anymore. I think that this is the thing too, that when you go off and do your own solo thing, you could still come back as a group. You know what I mean? Like, unless there's conflict. So I think people are allowed to do their own solo thing and still have the group be there. So I think One Direction should go off and do their entirely separate projects, and then have like a tour like every other year or every 2 years and say, okay, we're never breaking up, we're just not going to tour as much, and when they do One Direction, it'll be even that much bigger. And don't tell people when One Direction is going to drop an album. You know what I mean? I don't really listen to One Direction, but that's what I think they should do. I think that's a good strategy for them. I think their fans would appreciate it. I played saxophone. Saxophone is like kind of like flute, but the way that you push the air out is different. I've played a flute before. Thoughts on Justin Bieber? I think Justin Bieber has a lot of opportunity too right now, even though he's always been famous, but he's taken advantage of it. I actually like Justin Bieber's music right now. I don't go out of my way to listen to it all the time, but he has some good songs. That song with Post Malone, Deja Vu, even though it wasn't his, that song was sick as fuck. Like, that song gets stuck in my head all the time. That was on my phone for a little bit. Justin Bieber's, he's getting better. He's getting better. I think he's still finding his own sound too, but he's definitely gotten way better than he was when he was younger. At least his music is more, it's sonically pleasing now to me. What I'm 20 years of age and just learning to sing, wanting to be a big singer, possible? Definitely possible, definitely possible. The internet makes everything possible in regards to art now. There are no limits, so like, don't look at what's big on the TV and big on the radio now, because that's going to disappear very, very soon here. Like, it's always going to be there as a media outlet, but the internet, this computer, this thing that we're on, that phone that you have, that access to thousands and thousands of people, look at all these people in the chat that you're with right now from different parts of the world, this is more powerful. So look at how broad and open this is, and the access that you have to different people right now. This is what you need to pay attention to. And I think if you're 24 years of age, that's still hella young. You know what I mean? 30 years ago it wasn't young. 2016, 2017, that's still really fucking young. So you have time. Just be yourself with it and don't try to be like anyone else. Just learn to sing and learn to be yourself and be comfortable with it, and whatever comes out, just run with it. Your top One Direction song. I really don't know a lot of One Direction songs, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big One Direction fan. There's a lot of fans, like a lot of music I listen to, but I'm not fans of it. But I'm very analytical about music. I pay attention to everything, but I don't know a lot of One Direction songs, I'm not gonna lie. Do you think Harry Styles will be bigger than Zayn? No. I think Zayn has got it down. I don't think Zayn is edgy enough. I think he's got to branch out a little bit more, but I think Zayn has a more of an identity right now than like Harry does. I think Harry could still do well, obviously, but he needs to establish himself outside of the group. You know what I mean? It's very clear that Zayn looks and sounds a lot different than One Direction. I think Harry could too, but I don't think Harry's music would sound that much different than One Direction, if that makes any sense. I think Zayn will be bigger. I think Zayn will actually get a lot bigger this next up and coming year. Damn, now you made me sad how they are doing the solo thing. They are supposed to come back in 2017. Yeah, I think it's good for people to do that thing, to do their solo thing. I think it's good for their fans. You get new music, and then they could always go back if they need to. Thoughts on Tupac? Tupac, I'm from California, so I'm kind of biased. Tupac's one of the greats. He's a GOAT. Hail Mary is like, that song gets me pumped up every single time I hear it. I think Tupac is second to Biggie in regards to the comparison of the two. I think Tupac is top 5 all time in my personal book. But as an icon, I don't think we've had a bigger person in hip-hop. I don't think we've had a more impactful person in hip-hop outside of Tupac in regards to just music and the way he changed everything. But Chance will pass up Tupac soon, pretty soon here. Whether people want to like admit it or not, Chance is doing a lot, but I think Tupac's one of the GOATs. Thoughts on Little Mix? I found it. Little Mix, I think could be very, very big too, but they're kind of like do my thing. I think they all need to work together to get themselves up to a certain level, and then I think they all need to split up. Little Mix is really, really talented. They're like perfect. If you wanted to like look at like a group that does everything perfect in regards to performance, singing, it's not over the top, it's not underdone. I think Little Mix is like the blueprint. You know what I mean? They're very, very, very. You could tell that they work a lot and they're very rehearsed because like everything sounds good. Thoughts on Fifth Harmony? What do you think your sound? I think their sound will still. I think they'll still keep going in the same direction they were. Honestly, I think they're still going to sound the same. I don't think anything's changing for Fifth Harmony, to be honest. I think everything's going to be the same. It's just Camila won't be there. I think that it's all going to be. I think everything's still going to be fine on that end. You know, that's my personal opinion. I've been sick for 4 days now, and it really helped me not get bored. It was my favorite action case. Hey, there you go. I appreciate that, Dana, for real. Those kind of comments like kind of make my night. Zayn has the potential to branch out into the fashion industry as well with his music career popular. I agree, MJ, 100%. I agree 100%. I'm only fluent in English, but like I can speak a lot. I can speak a little bit of a lot. Like in French, I could say bonjour or bonne nuit. Je m'appelle Symphony. My name is Symphony. Or like I say bon dia. Yeah. Você gosta de YouTube? I like YouTube, or do you like YouTube? Like, I don't know. Hola a todos. ¿Cómo estás? Me llamo Symphony. You know what I mean? Spanish. I don't know. I speak a little. I'm just fluent in English, to be honest. I'm learning a lot of different things, though. I have not listened to that by Zayn. Going to sleep, how you do it. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. Can you sing a little bit for us? I cannot sing right now. My voice will be dead. Bonjour, como vas tu? I don't know how to reply. I'm doing well in French. I forget. In Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, you would say tudo bem. I'm doing okay. Más o menos. In Spanish, I'm doing okay. Well, almost an hour. Don't forget to follow back. Marco, I will definitely follow you back. Raven, what's going on? What's the highest note you can hit? Fuck. Nothing right now. If I try and hit anything right now, my voice will just crack and sound like terrible. Guys, shout out to Cheez-Its. Hopefully, if you're from Cheez-Its and you're watching this one day, you send a brand deal over here and sponsor me. I'm okay. Still banned. That's right. That's right. What up, Raven? In a Billboard article, it said that L.A. Reid will decide if he wants to sign Fifth Harmony for a third album. I'm not worried about. To be honest, like, as far as like traction goes, it's more work. It's a little bit more work to not be signed, or it's a lot more work. But overall, it's more worth it to not be signed. Like, I don't think they should sign with L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid's a beast. The guy knows what he's doing, but will you live stream again? I'm going to live stream regularly now. I'm going to be doing I'm going to live stream at least 3 or 4 days a week. This is going to be my new live stream platform. I like this a lot more. I like this better than Facebook Live, actually. Can you do live reactions? I should do live reactions, huh? I think I can. I'll figure out. I'm still learning how to use this open software, like on how to live stream on YouTube, because surprisingly it was a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. So what I'll do is I'll learn how to do like the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll react live to things. You know what I mean? We'll do all kinds of different stuff. I was going to change my title on this too. I got to think better titles. I'll definitely plan some live reactions. I'll start scheduling stuff too. I'm going to do these a lot on top of my regular videos that I'm doing anyway. These live streams are really going to help me out. Because sometimes it gets hard. Like I want to post like loads of videos every day, but obviously like it gets hard to do that, you know, editing and all the time. Plus like I do video work for other people. Parody words, vocals. I'll definitely do that, for sure. Can you talk about Williamson's voice right now? Just the audio. Like as far as like, what do you mean Bay Area? A little bit more detail. I'm sorry, forgive me. L.A. Reid screwed the girls who over in the past tales. You vote Fifth Harmony should. That's definitely consistency, MJ. I agree with you. Do you think looks play a big part in making it big in the music industry? I think they for sure do, Isaiah, 100%. But you still have to be talented. So it plays a part in the sense, like in regards to like getting attention on you at first. But if you're not talented, then it still won't help you. You know what I mean? My Portuguese accent, is it very good? Estou aprendendo. Is it good? Você gosta de my Portuguese accent? Is that how you say it? Você gosta de my Portuguese accent? Thoughts on Tori Kelly? I think Tori Kelly is very underrated. I think she still needs to find her way, though. I think she is like a year or two away from being in the same conversation as like everyone else. The talent is already there. She just don't have the exposure yet. Subscribe to you. Hey, there you go. Oh, you're talking to Isaiah. Good stuff. Listen to him and give your thoughts. I will definitely do it, my Elvis. Você gosta de mim? The Portuguese. What does that word mean? So fuck. I know what you're asking me. Like, do I like your Portuguese? What is that other word, Alves? Forgive me, ma. Do I like your what Portuguese? Selena Gomez takes advantage of her looks. The devil helps 100 million followers on the screen. That's very true. That's very true. Looks do help. It's anything on the internet though. The internet changed a lot of things. Social media is different than Hollywood. Looks do help though. But that's not why. Selena Gomez is also very talented. Like, I don't want to just say she's like that because of her looks. Me too, class for you. That reality thoughts. Oh yeah, hey, good stuff. Do you know any Filipino words? Kamusta? Is that how you say it? Kamusta? Like when you're saying how are you or hello? It's like the accent. Oh, okay, I see. There we go. Yeah. See, my Portuguese that I learn is it's more like the Brazilian kind because I have Brazilian friends. What's your top 5? But I want to learn the Portuguese, like the one from the Azores, because the town that I live in, there's a lot of Portuguese people. Top 5 rock alternative bands of all time. Oh, that's hard. I don't know about alternative, but I can tell you my top 5 rock bands of all time. Metallica is probably number 1. Dredge. Eveline is a band from my town. They got signed to Warner Brothers. They were big. They toured with Placebo and different bands for a while. So Metallica, Dredge, Eveline. Go listen to Eveline if you guys haven't listened to them. They're not together anymore, but they're very good. Green Day and then Blink-182. Because you got to give it to legends like that. So Metallica, Dredge, Eveline, Green Day, Blink-182. Thought on my queen Nicki Minaj. I think Nicki Minaj is a beast. I think she's like the biggest female rapper of all time, and she's still active. You know what I mean? So a lot of people will say, well, she's no Little Kim or she's no like. There's obviously a lot of other like women who are quote unquote better rappers, but as far as like what she's brought to the table and like shown girls, like little girls, like hey, you could be a rapper if you want. Like I don't think anyone's done that more on a larger level than Nicki Minaj, and for her, that's a big deal for me to take into account. Yeah, kamusta means hi, hello, how are you? Yeah, there we go. I knew that word, kamusta. I'm gonna learn some stuff in Filipino. Filipinos got good food. I like those things called lumpia. Like they're like Mexicans call them taquitos. They're like rolled tacos, but in the Philippines they're like pork deep fried and rolled. Lumpia, I think is what it's called. Those things are hella good. I don't know if that's traditional Filipino food. Maybe that's just an Americanized thing that they do. I have a lot of Filipino friends as well. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Yeah, it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo va? ¿Cómo se va? Different. It's the same in a lot of languages. I see. Thoughts on James Bay, my husband. James Bay has like the most unique voice. I think James Bay is a better version of I think James Bay is what a lot of singers want to sound like, but they don't have the vocal ability. Because you know, some people like in that like genre of music, they can sing really well, but they don't have like acrobatic technical skills that James Bay really does, and he has a lot of different dynamics to his voice that are like comparable to someone that was like an R&B singer in the 90s. James Bay is an animal. That guy's a beast. Lady Gaga was huge when she debuted. Everybody around the world knew her name. Do you think she can reach that level again without featuring? Oh yeah, I think Lady Gaga took herself out of the limelight. I think people like Lady Gaga are anomalies. Lady Gaga had the potential to be just as big as Michael Jackson was in like the late 80s, early 90s. Lady Gaga just didn't want it anymore, like in the sense that she, like the fame and everything that came with it, there was a lot of negatives, so she just took herself out of the situation. Plus she had other artistic endeavors, so I think that's cool too, but Lady Gaga could come back and just be freaking huge again. Lady Gaga's a beast. She's an anomaly. Damn, how can I subscribe to you 1,000 times? Hey, I don't know. You know how you subscribe to me 1,000 times? Tell hell of people to subscribe to me. Tell everyone on your Twitter to subscribe to me and tell them to follow me on everything. This is awesome. YouTube's this is my new favorite social media platform. I'm kind of hungry, guys. I don't know if I should just leave and go get some food or something. I'm trying to eat healthy again. Yes, we also have fresh lumpia, and it also tastes good. I'm not sure if you have it there though. We have lumpia here, but the Filipino people, they make it, and people will buy it in like loads on these big old like trays. You don't have Twitter. If you have Instagram, Ma, go follow me on Instagram. We love doing this. Hey. Twitter gets kind of crazy sometimes. I like Twitter. I like all social media where I can just talk to people. I think it's cool. This is like my favorite though. I live stream on Periscope for about 5 months really consistently, and I got to like 1 million likes on there, or hearts or whatever. And then I slowed down, and then Instagram with the update, they don't give me my Instagram live. I have 60,000 people on Instagram I want to live stream to, and they haven't given me the live version yet, which is stupid. So fuck Instagram. I'm still going to use it, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying fuck Instagram, but I'm going to be live streaming on YouTube a lot more. My Instagram is Iamsymphony. Same as my YouTube, IAMSYMPHONY. My next live stream, I'm going to do a lot more cool stuff for you guys. I know what I'll do for you guys. Hold up. I feel like there was this mystery about the girl behind the costume cover. She opened up a lot. I agree. I think Lady Gaga played the character a lot, but I think she was also being herself through the character. But the character was a mix of her being herself and expressing herself artistically, and I think she was done with being on that level of intensity in regards to creativity for that realm. You know what I mean? Now she was the creative director for Polaroid also. Thanks for answering my question on this live stream. It's so chill. I love hearing that. Thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate that, man. For real. Riri, I appreciate that. Stand-up comedy. Oh, I'll tell some stuff after this, I promise. It's 4:50 in Brazil, caralho. That's hell late. Bom dia. Bom dia. Top 5 R&B artists. Luther, not in no particular order. Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, Jamie Foxx. This is hard. Brian McKnight, Boyz II Men. Top 5 right there. What's your opinion on Sia covering her face to keep? I think that's cool. I think that's... No, your English is actually very good, Ma. Your English is very good. Sia is top 3 or my favorite artist as far as like female vocalists go, like pop artists. She's my favorite. She's one of my favorite songwriters of all time too. Not even just like for this time period, of all time. I love Sia. I think it's cool she covers her face, even though it's kind of hard now, but it still gives her her own privacy sometimes. Like, she can go to parts of the country and not get recognized, whereas someone like Beyonce can't go anywhere without getting recognized, you know? I will react to the Little Mix on the X Factor after this, I swear. Yeah, he's going to... I'm not going to sing, but I am going to play guitar. 53 here, I'm supposed to go to sleep. Now, what am I doing in my life? Play the guitar, idol. Favorite Ariana song? Ooh, I like her acoustic version of Dangerous Woman that she sang at the MTV Music Awards outside in like that red dress. That's I don't want to say it's my favorite, but right now that's the one that I like the most. Shout out to you, Laugh. I've literally stopped watching Netflix and just watched you. Hey, good shit. We're gonna make this like a regular thing. Is that one of your originals? No, that first song I was playing was Comfortable by John Mayer. My original, that piano piece I played on the end of one of my life books, that was one of the originals that I wrote for a film that I hadn't put out yet a while back. Opinion on Camila Even. My opinion on Camila Even is I think it was the best thing for her. I think that this is going to help her evolve as an artist. And I think that she's going to blow up. That's what I think. Hi from the Philippines. What up? Kamusta? I can't play any instrument, so useless, not even flute. I may rock triangle and join back. I will contact you, Ma, for sure. I will 100% contact you. Alright, MJ, thanks for coming through. We'll see you next stream. Thanks for answering my question. Oh, of course, of course. Yeah. I'm not just gonna play guitar on stream. I want to do everything. Guys, should I go get food? I'm starving. My musical influences, there is a lot. I'm gonna name a bunch of them. I'm not gonna give a list in any order. I'm gonna name a lot of them. All right, Ray Charles is one of them. Stevie Wonder, Kanye West, Chance the Rapper, Drake, Majid Jordan, Sia. Is there collaboration in the worst with any? So this is the thing. I didn't think about that until recently because I didn't know who a lot of the artists from the Philippines were. But now that I know who a lot of them are, and honestly, I've been contacted by a lot of not them, but the big ones, but a lot of people from the Philippines. So I would like to, because it would be a cool thing for me to expand my audience more into the Philippines, and for the Filipino artists to get some more American kind of audience as well. You know what I mean? You guys want to hear a cool fact? I'm not gonna go get my food yet. I'm kind of hungry, but I don't need to eat. I feel like I'm just talking. No, Ma, you need to keep talking. I enjoy you being there. Is there a collaboration? Okay. So, the Wish Bus sent me a DM on Twitter yesterday, and they asked me if I want to be a judge on something that they're doing in January. I'll show you guys the DM. Hold on. Give me 1 second. How's the stream going, guys? Is the stream still pretty good? Trying to make sure the stream is cool. My favorite food, French fries. French fries and pizza. Actually, no, I'll take that back. My favorite food right now, I just told somebody this, is fried chicken and macaroni and cheese and potatoes. Am I back? Is my connection okay? It's probably bad output right now. I'm gonna turn my tablet off because that's the reason why. What the heck happened? Hold on, guys. Am I still here? Can you guys still see me? Is there just connection really bad? Let's see. It's everything okay already. What up, Niaz? I don't know how to say her name, but what up? Alright, so I'm going to start the stream over, guys. I'm going to get off right now. I'm going to be right back on.